Has this ever happened to you? Wow, the weather's so beautiful today. I think I may go for a run. So you go to your local park and embark on your amazing daily exercise. As you return home, you begin to feel extremely tired and sluggish. So you decide to come to your room and take a nap. Ouch! Once you wake up, you begin to feel pain all in your leg muscles and begin to wonder what happened while you went running that morning. And suddenly, you remember back to microbiology and realize that what you're experiencing is actually lactic acid fermentation. Lactic acid fermentation is the process in which six carbon sugars like glucose are converted into energy that is used for our cells. If you remember back to intro to biology days, you may recall learning that during cellular respiration, our bodies convert glucose in the presence of oxygen into energy in the form of ATP, carbon dioxide, and water. At the beginning of respiration, we have a glucose molecule that is broken down into two pyruvate molecules. We also use two NAD pluses and two ADPs that yield two NADHs and two ATP molecules. Whenever oxygen is not present within the cell, we see two pyruvates or pyruvic acid gain an electron from the NADH, yielding NAD plus, and lactate, also known as lactic acid. So why is the fermentation of lactic acid so important? Well, as you can see from the byproducts in this process, more NAD plus is made, which can be used to complete cellular respiration again, making more energy for our bodies to use. From looking at this diagram, it's hard to tell the difference between the pyruvic acid and the lactic acid, as they are both three carbon molecules. But if we look at this more in-depth picture of what is occurring on a molecular level, we can see that the pyruvate has an oxygen that is double bonded to it. But whenever the fermentation takes place in the presence of lactate dehydrogenase, the pyruvate will gain an electron and will also gain the hydroxide. Now, as we look back at the bigger picture of what's really going on, we see that the NAD+, that is one of the products of the lactic acid fermentation, is then used in converting the glucose into the two pyruvates that can be used in cellular respiration so that our bodies will be able to have the energy that they need to properly function. So is lactic acid buildup bad? No, not at all. Actually, our bodies use lactate as a source of energy whenever there is not enough oxygen present. But as one lactate molecule is produced via fermentation, one hydrogen ion is also produced, lowering the blood pH and making our muscles more acidic. Lactate allows us to keep performing whenever our bodies do not have any more oxygen to use. Therefore, it can be very beneficial to performance when engaging in aerobic exercises like running. So how do we prevent this lactic acid buildup in our muscles from keeping us to doing the activities that we love, like running? One way to do this would be to strengthen your aerobic system. Decreasing the amount of oxygen that your body uses at rest will in turn increase the amount of oxygen storage that you have saved up whenever you engage in these type of aerobic activities. Another way that we can do this is by engaging in tempo runs that will help to increase our VO2 max, or the maximum rate of oxygen consumption within our bodies. In addition to increasing your aerobic capacity, you can also build up your stamina. When we are engaging in activity, we can prevent lactic acid from becoming painful by exercising with less intensity and therefore not tiring ourselves out too fast. While doing this, remembering to breathe and also take breaks to drink water will help prevent the fatigue that we may feel when engaging in activity. So the next time when you feel fatigue in your muscles, know that that is just the body using lactate as an energy source so that you're able to perform even when your body has used all of its available oxygen.